I'm Padina, here to show you the most glamorous ways to live a sustainable life. This is part 2 of my solo exhibit at the Textile Museum of Canada, a bizarre collection of fashion, textiles, and art made of discarded plastics and other waste. As someone with ADHD, I have no self-control when it comes to trying new things. In this case, I wanted to try my hand at smart textiles. These little creeps follow viewers around the room, simulating what it feels like to hyper-focus. I started to make these dresses when my yarn was finally refined enough to be made into yardage. It can be knit, crocheted, embroidered, cut, draped, and even sewn. This is my favorite piece, and I call it my city goddess gown because it has that beautiful Grecian drape, but of course it's made of trash bags. For anyone that's too grossed out to wear garbage bags on their body, well, I have good news. I also make hats! All the things that make single-use plastics problematic are actually very good if you want to make something that's going to last you a long time. Some of these pieces have been shipped all over the world. They've been worn on stage, danced in, swam in, passed around, partied in, but they still look just as good as new. This is another one of my favorite pieces. I actually learned how to bobbin lace just to make this piece truly couture. It's my big statement piece about how we really can give something value by just putting a little time and effort into it. After making a corset, I wanted to push myself, so the next logical step was to make a realistic portrait. Bobbin lace is made using hundreds of tiny little bobbins that are knotted and woven together in different patterns. At this point, you might be thinking that I'm addicted to the plastic fumes, but the majority of my process does not include heat. When it does, I move on to some natural fibers. I use everything and anything to make textiles. I love felting natural fibers, but I also like working with fruit leather or even leather scraps and offcuts of other projects. The final case in this exhibit is a jewelry collection that I made with my talented friend Victor. The plastics overlaying the gold are another loud statement about how we create value. We decide what we want. Look at you! You made it through an entire tour of my exhibit, assuming you actually watched both parts. So instead of throwing out your next bottle, maybe get creative with it. Or recycle it and subscribe to my channel instead. Thank you so much for your support in my journey of making a positive impact, one plastic bottle and bag at a time.